Sharp Game here. Happy New Year. Back with another episode. And well, what do we have here? Now, Serena Williams says white men treat women better than black men. And somebody sent me this on Facebook. And thought it was kind of interesting. And I'm going to read a little bit of this. It says, not too much to talk about really, but it says Serena Williams got engaged last week to Alex, co-founder of Reddit. Happens to be white, and many are wondering why Serena chose to marry a white man after dating so many black men. Well, according to the greatest female tennis player and quite possible the greatest female athlete of all time, of all the men she dated, the white men, especially her now fiancé, treated her better than the black men. Quote, when I date someone, I never see color. I date who I have chemistry with, but I must say Alex has treated me better than any black man I have dated. Serena has dated a slew of black men, including rappers Drake and Common. She has also dated former NFL linebacker Lamar Arrington and baseball star Amari Stoudemire. Well, she really hasn't dated this guy very long. It's only been since 2015, and it takes a long time to really get to know somebody. At least 7 to 9 years to really get to know someone like really, really well. Now, since 2015, whenever they've met, that's not really a long time. I mean, you know what you need to know as far as if you like being around this person, or can you see yourself being around this person, or maybe you meant the family, or maybe y'all have a lot of the same values. Maybe y'all care about the same things like family and friendships and business, and maybe y'all on the same page, and maybe y'all building something together. So you know that type of stuff within a year or two. But as far as it, you don't really know. It's hard to really know each other's habits, because a lot of people put up a facade within the first year, a couple of months. I'm gonna say the first 3 to 6 months, sometimes even longer than that. People put up a facade, so it's really hard to come to a conclusion on whether you should get married to someone so quickly. In my opinion, some people will probably disagree with me. Some people will fall head over heels for somebody real quick. I don't know Serena Williams. I never met her in my life, but I don't know what type of woman she is. But what I can tell you is, based on my experiences, see, when you date out, like say you date another nationality, another race, or someone from another culture, everything feels different because it is different, because it's a different experience for you. So what I can tell you is sometimes some people, different to them is better, right? So you really gotta, sometimes if someone says they're getting treated better than black men, that doesn't necessarily mean that the guy that they're dating is better. What it is he or she, depending on who you are, comes from a different background, different culture. They was raised differently. And another thing you have to keep in mind is most women don't treat all guys the same. That's very important. Most women don't treat all guys the same. Most women don't act this. They act differently in front of certain guys. And you have to remember is you get who you are, not what you want. And what you give off, the energy, the vibe, that's what you get back, right? So a lot of times in America especially, a lot of women make decisions, but they don't want to be held accountable. And at the end of the day, most women, well, in her situation, she picked this guy. She gets to pick the guy she wants because she has leverage. She's of higher status in the public eye, or at least in the United States of America. You know, she has celebrity status, so she has an advantage over the average black woman in society because she has influence and clout, so she can date who she wants. But the average black woman can't do that. You know, they don't have that quote privilege, right? And I don't know this guy, you know. In reality, she's dating down because this guy, he's just co-owner of Reddit, a gossip site that put people on blast. Now, he might, more than likely, they're making good money over there. But he's not worth over $100 million like she is. So in reality, she's dating down. But on the other side of the coin is he got the complexion for the protection, right? So some people will say that. But maybe he puts her on the pedestal. And maybe that's what she likes. I don't know. You know, maybe Common and Drake didn't put her on the pedestal. But that's probably what she was looking for. So some women will make blatant, broad statements, but they don't really go into details. What does it mean to be treated better than black men? What does it mean to be treated better than black women? So it's a kind of it's subjective, and it's based on her perspective, because at the end of the day, everyone has their own experiences, and everyone going to have a different experience depending upon who the person they're dealing with, their background, where they're from, how they were raised, and the environment that they might meet the person in at the time. So that's just something to think about. But when people in the public eye make statements, the media sometimes take the information out of context, and they put a spin on it, and they just choose the narrative on how they want to push the message out to the public. So that's just something to think about. But I always say the grass is never green on the other side. On the other side, what you have is a whole new set of problems. And me personally, I don't want to get involved I don't want to date a white woman seriously. I don't want to be involved with white families or any of that. I just rather go my own way, basically, But that's just me. You date who you want, but you gotta just be aware of what's out there and take your time and get to know people. Because if you act like things don't exist, you're disrespecting yourself, and you're putting yourself in a bad position socially and sometimes economically. So, that's all I got. So if you got any comments, hey, leave it below this video. Tell me what you think. You think I'm blowing smoke or bullshitting or whatever, So if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel. Check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. Until next time, Trump Game is out. Peace.